A very good o'clock to all the students. Here I am Amisha ma'am, your English grammar teacher. Students, today I am here to start our next chapter, that is chapter number 7, tenses and their usage. Okay. We already know what tense generally means. Tense means time, which shows the time, or you can say a form of verb that shows the time of an action and its degree of completeness. That means with the time, with respect to the time, in what all degree it is being completed, that shows the tense of it. Okay. Tense mainly being categorized in three categories: present tense, past tense and future tense. So just remember that what present tense is: the action which is completed in present time is your present tense. Like he goes to temple daily, what it is being showing, his action is being showing here is that he goes to temple daily. This is his present tense because the action is completing in present time. Here past tense here means that the action that complete or took place in the past time. ऐसा action जो past time में हो चुका है, that is your, or being completed in past is your past tense. Like the students studied well. Here studied is our verb. We are well known to it, and it is showing that the sentence is completed, the action is being done in past. Similarly, the future tense, here the action which will be done in future time. Like she will help you in this work. Here will help is telling us that the action will be completed or will be done in future. Now all these tenses are subdivided into again the categories which are simple, or another name is indefinite tense, that states an action. Okay. Second one is continuous tense or progressive tense, which shows that an action is in progress or in continuous form. Third one is perfect tense, or you can say the tense that states an action is complete, which is done. Fourth one is perfect continuous, that indicates that an action at a given time in past, means an action that is started at a given time in past, and but still you can say is continued up to the present. Past से चलता आ रहा है in present तक, then it could be tell to be, or you can say at is a perfect continuous tense. Okay. Now here look to the tense chart. Tense chart here, present tense if I am talking of, simple indefinite in first person, I comes, we comes. Okay. So first person in simple present, what it could be: I work or we work. Here work is the first form of the verb which is being used. Okay. Whereas when we are talking of second person, it becomes you work, because you only comes in second person. But in third person, he, she, it, they generally comes, and with it in simple indefinite only first form is used. Here it is works. Why we are using works? Works because he, she, it, they are in singular category, therefore we will use singular verb with it, that is works. But they is our plural form of the verb, with that we have to use work, which is a plural verb. Okay, so no s is added to it. Now let's talk about continuous, or you can say progressive tense, in which shows that an action is in progress or in continuous form. When we are talking of present tense, present continuous, what comes? Am plus work, or you can say am with is, am, are. You have to use first form of the verb along with ing. In first person it becomes I am working. Okay, because with I you can only use the verb am, and then with work, which is the first form of the verb, with that you can use ing. So it becomes, or it shows that the sentence is going on in continuous form. You are working, he, she, it, or whatever you are saying is working. Okay, let's talk about perfect tense. That is, the perfect tense states that an action is complete, done. So here I have used in perfect tense. Do remember that have and has are the two verbs which are being used in present tense. Okay, with that we have to use the participle verb of the verb, that is third form. Here it is I have worked, or we have worked, or you can say I have done the work. Okay, so here that is telling us the action which is completed or which is done. Now let's talk about perfect continuous tense. So perfect continuous tense indicates the action that is started at given time in past and is continued up to present. How? In first person form we can only use I or we, so here I have used I. Let's start with the sentence I. Always remember, in perfect we are using has or have with it be double e and been, and with first form of the verb it is being used ing. Okay, like here if I am saying I have been working since 6 a.m., here the sentence is telling that the action is started at a given time. What is that given time? 6 a.m. From that I have been working. That action is started and I am working still in present also. That is, I have been working since 6 a.m. Okay. Hope it is clear to you. Let's move to the further next chart, which is the past tense. Again, simple past, or you can say past indefinite. With in present you are using what? First form of the verb with the subject. Here you have to use second form. I worked, you worked, he, she, it worked, they worked. Okay. In continuous form, past continuous form, in present what you are using? With is, am, are, you are using first form of the verb and ing you are adding to it. But here in past tense, what you have to use is, in past continuous, in place of is, mr, you are going to use was or were. Along with that verb की first form with ing. Like example is I was working. Here was comes because it is a past, and working because it is with past. We are using first form of the verb along with ing. Now let's talk about past perfect tense. Work is completed in past. Okay, for that in present what we are using? We are using the verb forms has and have. But here we have to use had since it is a past tense, and with it we are using participle, or you can say third form of the verb. Here I have used the sentence I had worked. Okay, or you had worked. I had done my work. Okay, these are the perfect, past perfect tense. Now, past perfect continuous students, where the action again being same as that of present, but the past word comes here. Okay, like here, where there we are using with have or has, been comes, or first form of the verb with ing. Here you have to replace has, have with had since it is a past tense. Here the sentence is I had been working since Monday. Since Monday you have shown here the time, given time. Okay, now students, let's talk about the future tense chart which is in front of you. Simple future if I am talking, or future indefinite, here again as that of present and past, only the basic difference is will or shall. They are being replaced. I shall work. Okay, then things remain same. Now if I am talking of future continuous, it could be here I shall be working. With shall or will be comes, and then verb की first form के साथ we are going to add ing. Okay. Similarly, if I am talking of perfect tense, I have to add with will or shall have, then past participle form or third form. I shall have worked. We shall have worked. You will have worked. Okay. In perfect continuous tense, if I am talking future perfect with I, we, shall, or whatever you are using, with that have plus been plus verb की first form के साथ ing. Like you will have been working for a long time. Okay, hope so. These all things are up to clear to you. Okay, in the next video, I am going to tell you about the uses of these tenses, where it is being used, tenses in the passive form also. Just go through your book as well to understand the chapter in a more better way. Thanks.